Right then, here we go, Operation Heavy Peak. It's our first retaliation mission, so we're going to see the Resistance for the first time, and we're also going to be required to save some civilians. It's an easy mission, so we are taking out a rookie here because we're running a little short on troops at the moment. We're going to take out our Ranger, our Tech Specialist, and we're going to use Dragon Ogre as well. One thing that I will point out, I made some Nanoscale Vests in the last episode. I had thought that I could use them in this mission, but I've realised that at the moment, until I level up, it is taking up the grenade slot, and I just felt that I needed the flexibility of the grenades and the med kit, so I've not gone with the Nanoscale Vests just yet. It does say it's an easy mission, but one of the things that I will point out is that the very first campaign that I ran this on, I did get the Chosen here, so I'm crossing my fingers that this doesn't happen this time.
We're heading in to secure the camp and protect as many civilians as we can. Eliminate all hostile forces attacking the site. Make them regret coming after the Resistance.
So we're going to have to rescue at least 6 civilians, and one of the things that I find quite challenging about this is that they start dying really quickly. So there's a temptation to charge forward as quickly as possible to try and save as many as you can, but you've also got to temper that with how much damage you can do to yourself, so we need to strike a nice balance here. There's 13 of them alive. Okay, so right, no concealment then, that's also really helpful, apart from Elena. Okay, we can make this work. Let's get Elena scouting forward, that seems like a good option always. Half cover, some full cover over here, we've got some elevation here. I just feel that where it's put us, yeah, because we've got a wall here and a wall here, it's probably going to want to move us almost certainly up towards the middle here.
In short order.
So let's get her using her stealth to see what we can. Okay, so we have a civilian over here. Is that a tower that we've got here? Yeah, it doesn't look like something that we'll be able to use. Okay, so let's move everybody up. I think the first turn we can be fairly rapid in our movement, but then I think after that we need to play it very safe. Not very safe, but certainly not taking any unnecessary risks.
Moving out.
Right, so we know we've... Oh, right, okay, so we're getting a good indication of where... Oh, rip Sally. You had no chance of being saved, unfortunately. So now we're down to 12 civilians, 1 dead, and we've got to rescue 6 of them. But we are getting a good indication of which way we need to be travelling, so... Again, let's get Elena moving up the field a little. Half cover or full cover, it would seem to be a no-brainer, but then on the other side of that we don't know which way we're going to be fighting them from, so
That's a long run.
it is a long run.
It would seem Advent has begun deploying their so-called priests into combat. Their implants provide significant enhancements to whatever latent psionic energy they may have once possessed.
So without being in cover, what I don't know now is how close I can get. I suspect the answer is not very. But I think that we might have an opportunity for some...
on the move.
Okay, so that's not triggered. That's good. So if that's not triggered, we cannot be as assured about that place. So we will go here.
Rolling out.
Let's move already. Overwatch. Affirmative, covering now.
That really isn't what I wanted. They've moved away from us. And this is what I was saying. Look, they are absolutely ruthless when it comes to those civilians. And already
I'm on the move.
the pressure is on.
Found their patrol.
Remote start, haven't we? That's not going to prove very useful at the moment. And we've also got the Claymore. How far can she throw that? Right, so we've got to look at this. This is where we went wrong in one of the earlier missions. This looks like it could be hitting both of them, but it's not, because we've just got to focus on the 9 squares in the middle. So that's not what we want here. And we've got a priest. So again, I mean, I don't want to risk civilians here, but on the other side of it, I just feel that we have to take our time.
Go on, get out of here!
And how have we triggered them? They should not have been able to see us, but at least we're in cover, so... Got some full cover over here. That feels like it's a smart move.
Solid copy.
So they are activated now, but if I take... If we take... it's not going to kill him.
Tell your god I'm coming.
And we're not revealed. So, stasis. Okay, that's not too much of an issue. Stasis we can deal with. Oh, Ava. We barely knew each other. Now, where's our man gone? Here, if we... Why is that not a flanking shot? That is... She has no targets available, does she not? Okay.
Let's do this. Why are you just standing around? Go!
54%. Okay, so we could move around here with Tarek, but they've moved so far off now that I have to believe that this is safe. %54 chance. If we don't get that, then we can move in with Elena and finish them off. I'm okay with that. So let's see, does our shot land? No, it does not.
Target's still up.
Vault says I am to obey.
If you want to live, run.
What do you mean no targets available? Because of this great big wall here. So this could cause a lot of problems. If that's the case,
I will go.
I am going to move around here. He's moving, he's going to take the flanking shot, which is going to hit.
That didn't feel good.
No, that did not feel good at all. And Javier is also now dead. You are definitely getting revenge. And so you should. Okay, we've got a med kit, so it's not a huge issue.
Here I come.
I mean, the problem that we've got here is there are only 6 civilians left and we've got to save 3 of them.
Scanning.
And we do need to be making some forward movement. We know we've got at least 1 pod up here and potentially a second one, but if I can get these 2 saved...
Moving to position. Overwatch.
As you order, Commander. The invaders send a patrol. I am on watch.
Well, that further complicates the situation, because she is now going to be revealed, which will trigger those.
Species. If only we had some means of containment.
Don't even think about it.
We still cannot see.
On your order.
%97 chance. She will get revealed if we don't do something. She would have... she would not have the shot. Oh yes, she would.
Let's move already.
It's not actually a bad shot either. Oh, but they have so much health. Especially with us just being really new to this. We need to get that shot on. And he will have the shot.
Finally!
But it's going to be very low odds.
Negative damage!
97% chance, but I'm just worried that she's going to reveal. And I don't have any better options, I don't think. What does the remote start give me? Nothing that I'd be comfortable taking. So I think what we do is we pull her back a little bit.
Moving out.
Now we take the shot. And if we do reveal, then so be it. At least we won't trigger this pod over here.
I'll need more ammo soon.
Oh, even better. Where are you guys going?
I'm on it.
59%. It's just not brilliant, is it?
My life is in your hands.
79%. What are your odds? I think part of the issue that we've had here is that Simon has just not had the mobility to do what we want with him.
10-4.
59%. I mean, it's not brilliant, but we just have to do something.
Oh, come on!
Your friends will join you. I have no more rounds.
Ho ho!
Let's do this.
27%. I'm not going to take that shot. Can we do anything here? No, we cannot. So let's just take the Overwatch
Come
and
get some.
and that pod has now triggered. So
Come on, focus.
we can expect some shots, but we are in fairly good cover. She's got a flanking position if she moves. Where? As long as we stay in full cover.
Go where you tell me.
Give me a minute.
And we have ammo. Now this is where we need to make sure that our cover options are secure. It's going to have a flanking position here, but again the range is going to...
Tired of waiting around.
I just want the full cover. 66%. Good job.
Who's keeping score? Burning through ammo fast.
50 and 28. Cover options are just not good enough. Okay, so what we might consider doing here is going to half cover.
Tired of waiting around.
I'm going to... Oh! Might this work for us? What are you doing here? What is going on? Yeah, I'm feeling okay about that. That feels like a smart move. Did that freeze him? Has that hit him?
Heading out.
Well, that's a really lousy shot, isn't it? No,
Moving
we're
to
just going to
position.
pull him back. What's this, a resurrection? Oh,
The shadows fail us.
why was he not frozen? What is all that about? What are our choices here? %64 chance, but if we go here, we will have him flanked, and we'll do the same again with Dancer. Oh, but there is loot. Is there a way to get the loot? what the move on these is, but the only way we get the loot is if this shot lands. 68%. And if not, we'll use the flanking maneuver. Nope, that gets us the loot.
No route.
We will take it here.
Finally! Why am I on cargo duty?
Got to believe that we would get flanked if we tried that.
Here I come!
Now, I just think we have to put some range here.
That's a long run.
Yeah, let's just get her out of the way.
They got me!
Okay, we have 3 turns to get to her.
You can't handle me. Menace 1-5, status confirmed. We're not picking up any additional contacts. The AO is clear. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
Okay then, so look, that wasn't the best of missions. We've got a soldier wounded, but not dead. We saved 7 out of 13 civilians, and I just think perhaps that was not the right move in hindsight. We just have to remember that they are going to prioritise flanking us.
If anything, I fear we are making it easier for them to catalog our people.
Remember, I am new at this, so I'm going to make mistakes like
the
this.
depths to which our enemy will sink in their misguided beliefs. Today's cruel ambush of Advent outreach
And she looks okay.
again
She's
proves
not
that we
struggling
can
too
no
much.
longer tolerate XCOM's commitment.
This is where we find out that she's gravely wounded for 40 days. I will laugh my ass off if it's just a flesh wound.
Like a few dead aliens. We got
Oh,
share today.
30 days. But we do have some promotions, so let's get these done. I re-enabled this mod. I think what it is, it's the mod that allows you to choose your class, which is breaking this. So this seems to be working. So what have we got here? We've got Phantom. When the squad is revealed, the soldier remains concealed. So this is the choice that we made for Stormcloud in the last mission. I think we go a different route here. What we saw there was 2 very good slash attacks, and that's off cooldown every single turn. So let's just make him a absolute melee monster. That's what we're going to do with him. Dragonova's now got a new promotion, so what options have we got here? Any unit seen by a Reaper remains permanently visible. I mean, that would have been really helpful on that mission. There was at least 2 occasions where she saw something and then they walked off and they went out of sight. Shrapnel. You can target enemies within squad mate's sight, providing there is a line of sight. Ah, right, okay, so this is... Can't do that at the moment because this requires AP. These are the free ones. I just feel that that is so strong. We're going to go for that. I think that's going to come in very, very handy. And Dancer, let's see what happened. You became a ranger. But you're going to be out for 30 days. Okay, we can live with that. We do have more people on the roster, and we're still looking for a few fresh faces. We did get dodging attacks, 24 dodge, and that is not to be sniffed at. I mean, that goes on our melee ranger surely. First reload in a mission does not cost an action.
You have done an outstanding job leading the Resistance, Commander.
Commander, combat against the aliens day in and day out is no easy task, and eventually the stress takes its toll in various ways. We'll need to keep an eye on each soldier to manage their traits.
And here's a classy number, courtesy of our XCOM forces in the field.
So, Dancer has gained OCD. She's going to chance to reload weapon to full after the first move action. Now, is that going to cost an action point? I think it probably is. That
The Advent propaganda machine is running full steam.
would cause issues
We're picking
for
up
us.
their transmissions even way out in the middle of nowhere.
But I think we can do something with that. So, can we do anything with this? 50 supplies. How come we've not got any supplies anymore? We had some. Is this because I made... It is. It's because I made the nanoscale vests.
Now that we've finally got this place up and running, we should be able to access some of these dormant alien systems. Let's see if you two can play nice. What the?
Shen, getting some kind of interference up here. Seems to be hitting us across the board.
Working on it.
Something triggered your remote uplink. But how is that possible? No one knows these systems.
Shen, power readings just spiked. What the hell is going on down there?
Dad?
Commander, I'm too old to start believing in ghosts, which means someone had to access that unit remotely. If they can access Rover, there's no telling what else they might be able to do. I strongly suggest we make investigating that signal our top priority.
So I think this is kicking off the DLC, which I'm not ready to go for yet. So let's go to the G-Escape. Let's see what our options are. We need some supplies fairly quickly.
The signal's origin. Inputting the coordinates on the map now.
We are not all that dissimilar, Commander. We have both lost, and in turn caused great loss for others. I've shed blood in my master's name, just as you send others to shed blood in yours. There's a fine line between honor and hypocrisy.
Got a supply drop in 2 days, and over here we've got a scientist. Now we need to be really careful here. We've got to be careful not just to win this game on the battlefield, but actually in the strategic overview as well. So I'm just thinking another scientist would be really nice. We don't want to do the black site yet. We could make contact in West Africa. How long's that going to take us? 5 to 7 days, and will cost us 30 intel, which we have. This takes us 4 days.
Setting course for the East African sector.
Then we get our supply drop.
Got an urgent communication coming in for you now, Commander.
You have made considerable progress against the aliens over the past month, Commander. I hope that your ongoing efforts will only lead to further success.
So 191
Chosen are a tough group
supplies.
to infiltrate, but we've managed to gather intel on their latest actions and have a rough idea of how close each is to reaching their ultimate goal of locating the Avenger.
But the Chosen are doing
Commander,
their thing
we
as
have
well.
intel suggesting the aliens are working on developments that threaten our ability to stop the Avatar project. We can conduct guerrilla operations to disrupt one of these efforts, but we'll have to choose carefully. We don't have the resources to intercede everywhere.
Okay. All Advent soldiers are completely immune to environmental hazards like poison, fire, and ice. I don't think that has been any sort of issue for us. We've never used this against them. I'm not really bothered if that happens. But some Advent soldiers are equipped with rounds that could cause the bleeding status effect. I mean, the answer to that one is just to get hit less. But I've not been doing such a good job of that so far. But I think this is the one that we need to consider.
The factions have pledged their support to XCOM, and they're ready to carry out your orders. As our influence with these groups increases, our capabilities will grow in kind.
Quite surprised I didn't see any of the resistance on that one, but maybe they come in at the second mission.
If you've got something new for us, Commander, my Reapers are up for taking on some additional orders.
Supplies collected from each supply drop are increased by 10%. Okay. Excavation speed increased by 50%. Now that's bigger. That would have given us 19 additional supplies here, but this is what we have to go with. We also need to unlock the factions to
Commander,
get some
we'll
more
need to
here.
send our own soldiers out to work with the Resistance factions to complete these covert actions. They'll be gone for a few days, but this will help us build influence with the Resistance while generating material support.
Commander, the factions can offer us opportunities to advance the resistance around the globe. We'll need to send away some of our troops for a number of days, but we're guaranteed to reap the benefits of our effort when they return. This is what we need to be getting some soldiers working on, because this will give us the option to level up outside of the main missions. What have we got here? So will plus 3. Rescue a soldier, so that will give us will. Aim plus 2.
This operation is going to require some field experience, Commander. We'll need to send one of our vets to lead the effort.
Oh, this is tough. We don't have a sergeant available anyway, so we need to be making real move on this one. Hunt the Chosen Assassin will give us... I'm not even looking at the moment about what it will actually benefit to us other than the soldiers, because that's really what interests me. Aim 2. So let's see what we have here. I mean, it would make sense, wouldn't it, to look at Okay, so that's not an option because he's wounded for 6 days. This tired status is really, really keeping us under pressure at the moment. I think it would be really helpful as well if it told us what the aim on some of these was. No, I don't want to do that. I wanted to see what his aim was. Is there any way to see? No, there's not. So let's go back into...
The Resistance has a hidden cache of resources stashed outside of Advent's reach. But that means we'll have to fly over and scan the area if we want to recover this stuff for ourselves.
So that doesn't get us the supplies. We actually still have to get them. Well, we need to make that a focus, don't we?
Commander will need to completely scan this region before we can establish contact with the local Resistance. I'd advise we stick around and finish the job, but the choice is yours.
Decisions, decisions, decisions. We can finish this off, or we can go and get what we've got. I think a bird in the hand at the moment is worth 2 in the bush. And that will give us the option to increase our squad size. That means more experience, more options. Let's do that.
It is just as I had hoped, Commander.
Some more modular assault rifles. That's good. Let's do some new research. Breakthrough successful. Okay, resistance radio. That's
begin
what
our
we have to
research
do.
immediately. From my own experience,
Commander, you should establish contact with the local resistance network as soon as possible. The aliens are undoubtedly moving forward with their plans.
I get that, but I really need some supplies. Let's go back to... We need to think about this though, so let's look at
Moss has
this.
been captured. We should do everything we can to get him back before the Chosen do God knows what to him.
So we can do 2. Okay, so combat intelligence. No, we can't. We just didn't select.
Covert is our specialty. Let's just hope your people can keep up.
We already have a covert operation underway, Commander. It will take some time to complete.
Got an unstaffed.
Commander, the factions have indicated they know how to track down the Chosen. We should construct the ring facility so they have a place to coordinate.
So we've got 2 empty facilities. Could have sworn we had more engineers than this. What is this telling us? Yeah, this is something that we need to consider as well. let's get somebody trained up onto something specific. What are we hurting for? One grenadier. Oh, well, there we go then. What's going on with our engineers? How many engineers do we have? Just the one. So can we build some facilities here? The resistance ring. 80 supplies. That still gives us enough. That's okay. Training center. Laboratory. Power relay, resistance comms. So 6 days to finish the resistance ring. Let's look at the...
For most of our soldiers, the living quarters on board the Avenger are a step up from the conditions they've
Nope,
had to
that's
live
not
with
what I
on the ground.
wanted. New combat tactics. We've got to do that. That's going to help quite a bit. Got our resistance ring coming on. Let's go back to the G-escape. Let's go back to making contact.
Setting course for East
And then I'm going to go for
Africa.
that scientist.
Commander, we have a priority message coming through. It looks like...
Now what's going on?
Hello, Commander. It would seem your recent activities have gotten Advent's attention. Our unwelcome guests are on the move. Advent has been diverting considerable resources and personnel to covert facilities across the globe. The exact details of these operations are highly classified. However, they do have one thing in common. A single word that appears in all their files. Avatar. I believe the black site we had previously uncovered to be but a part of this Avatar project. Based on what we have uncovered so far, its true scope is far greater. This project is being directed from the very top of Advent, from a source I am still unable to determine. All attempts to uncover its identity have met with failure. It is time to take a more direct approach. Though we may not know the exact nature of this Avatar project, we can still disrupt it. We must root out these hidden facilities with the help of local resistance cells, disrupt our enemy's operations, and in the process, uncover the truth. Locate the source of this Avatar project, and then destroy it. Were the enemy to succeed in their efforts, I am certain it would mean the end for us all. I am confident you will take whatever measures necessary to eliminate this threat, Commander.
We're tracking the aliens' progress on this Avatar project here. If they finish what they've started, it sounds like it'll be the end for all of us.
So this is our death clock then, effectively. We have to make sure that they never complete this. G-escape is all over the place. I think this is something to do with playing in ultra wide. It just does not like this at all. I feel a little cutscene out at the moment. Could really do with just getting on with the game.
Reading you loud and clear.
The local resistance operatives we just made contact with in this region warned us that one of the Chosen has been terrorizing the area for some time now. Here's the intel they've collected so far.
So, you would come to strike at me. I eagerly await your arrival, Commander.
I could be wrong, but I thought the assassin was also called Falmai Desoric. Can we find out? Is there a way to find out? Let's have a look. No, there's not. Not that I'm aware of, anyway. Or we've got the black site, or we've got the encrypted signal. I would have preferred something else in the meantime, but encrypted signal it is. New targets acquired. We've acquired new targets for our guerrilla operations against Advent, Commander. New targets.
With the number of contacts we've established, we're getting requests for support from multiple sites around the world. Unfortunately, we only have the resources to respond to one of them. The decision is yours. Commander, if we're gonna win this war, we need to take every chance we get to fight back. We'll have to be ready to engage the enemy during unpredictable situations, which require special planning and preparation.
I think this has to be the one that we go for. Let's just check. We get 93 intel if we do that, and they become... we counter them being completely immune to environmental hazards, like poison, fire, and ice. If we go up here, we get another scientist. It's an easy mission, and we counter this. We do not want them with rounds that cause bleeding status. Falmai Desoric, Void Maiden. That's interesting because I could have sworn that he was over in South America. But no, we've got a warlock called Falmai Desoric and an assassin called Falmai Desoric. That must be confusing in their household.
Setting course for Sector 12, East Africa.
Commander, it looks like conditions on the ground are ripe for a quiet operation. If we can get our people into place, they should each have concealed positions to work with.
But some good news here. We do have some of our friendly faces back. And this looks like a fairly balanced squad, doesn't it? We've got our sharpshooter who's back. We've got our heavy back. We've got our new... we've got 2 rangers on this one now. It's an easy mission. Oh, I'm so sorry, Simon. I'm so sorry, but we have to look at the other options here. We need to give Elena a break. Can we get somebody else? No, we're not going to do that. We're not. We're going to put you back in, Simon. You've earned your spot after those very wicked attacks last time with a sword. Lots of grenades here. What are our options? We'll give you a frost bomb as well, so we've got our options available. I like options. And we've got some PCS to do here, so I thought there was one with aim on it. So we saw dodge. Yeah, you have to have that. Ah, that's where we got our aim. So, you can have the PCS upgrade. You can have a nice scope, which is going to increase your aim by 10%. And we want an auto loader. Now, who... did want to go down the medic route. So we've got a lot of grenades here. We've got frag grenades, we've got frost bombs, we've got the med kit if we need it. Yeah, I'm liking that. That looks like it's going to be our squad for the next mission. Operation Steely Beast. And we'll see you in the next episode.